is Bold TV. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Bold TV, Beautiful and Outstanding Ladies with Disabilities Television. We come to you every Saturday by 10:30 a.m. and we bring you great conversations on disability and its related issues. And today is no exception. We have an exciting topic. But before I introduce the topic and the guests that we have, we just want to mention that you can see our past episodes on our YouTube channel. And that is at www.youtube.com/boldtv_boldhearts. You can also view our past episodes on our Facebook page, and you can visit it at www.facebook.com/boldheartnetwork. Bold TV is powered by Bold Heart Initiative, and we have been on air since 2020. We're grateful to all those who have supported us to continue to stay, to bring great conversations on disability, also shedding the gender light or bringing the gender perspective of disability, and that is disability as it affects women. This program is really by women with disabilities for everyone, bringing you into our world. So welcome to another exciting episode. This episode of Bold TV is focused on young women with disabilities in tech. Young women with disabilities in tech, and we are featuring an organization, KODE-E. I'll quickly introduce myself. My co-host will introduce herself, and then I will introduce the guests that we have. My name is Freki Andrew Essien, and I identify as a woman with disability because I use a wheelchair from spinal cord injury. I'm based in Port Harcourt in Rivers State. I'm the executive director of Fake Foundation, a member of Bold Hearts Initiative, and a public health professional. So Afyon, please go ahead and introduce yourself before I introduce our guests.
Good morning, beautiful people out there. My name is Afyon Etim, and I am a medical lab scientist. I'm based in Rio. I use a wheelchair from spinal cord injury. I'm a member of Bold Hearts Initiative, and it's good to be here once again.
All right. Thank you for being here as always. We're always here every Saturday. All right. Like I said, this episode is focused on young girls or young women with disabilities in tech. And we are featuring an organization called KODE-E. We are going to meet and know who KODE-E is. But to have the conversation today, I have three amazing women. And the first person is Chika Halima. I'm going to destroy your last name. Chika Halima Jinyemiema. Yeah.
Yeah, she did it.
Okay. So Chika has a form of visual impairment, and she's the founder of KODE-E. So Chika just waves so that people know that you're the black beauty in the middle. Awesome. All right. So sitting with her, we have Precious. Precious is 14 and she has a learning disability. She's dyslexic and also has ADHD. And she's currently in JS2 and is training in the Introduction to Game Development stream of the Tech Blazers Initiative. So Precious, just wave and say hi. Yes. All right. And last but not the least, we have Amarachi. She's a young lady with albinism. She's a student of Bauchi State Polytechnic and is currently a part of KODE-E Tech Trailblazers Initiative. She is currently training in cyber security stream. Interesting. So Amarachi does wave. So yes, hi, thank you. We probably should have put Amarachi in the middle. She's like one torchlight in the midst of. Just kidding. All right, so glad to have you guys here on Bold TV today, and we're going to jump into the conversation. And the first question, which I'm going to be bringing to Chika, is to ask a question. We've said that the topic or the focus of conversation is young ladies with disabilities or young women with disabilities in tech. So I want to ask you, why is it important for young women and girls with disabilities to even be involved in tech, as it were? So Chika, go ahead, you have the floor.
Okay, in Nigeria, we could say that inclusion is still a myth. So young women, girls living with disabilities, there's this misconception about us They say we are worthless, they say we are useless, and that we are only good for marriage, and that's management marriage. But with tech, we have broadened our horizons. We can work anywhere. We can do and be whatever we want to be. We can go to school without even leaving the comfort of our homes. We can work and earn without leaving the comfort of our homes. We are able to do much more with tech, and that's why it's really important for young women and young girls with disabilities to identify and get immersed in tech.
Amazing. That was a nice response. Now, what you said is so true. And speaking to the power of technology, I think one of the things that drove home the relevance of the digital world, or digital literacy, or technology, as it were, was the experience that a lot of us faced during the COVID-19 pandemic, where in 2020, the place of work changed. From people having to go to office and do a lot of remote work. And it began to show people that there are different ways of being productive, irrespective of where you are. And one of the things, or the trends that we noticed, and we did a research on that, was that a lot of persons with disabilities were a bit skittish about getting to the digital world. But we thank God that it's something that's been done intentionally currently, and especially with your initiative, KODE-E. So we applaud you for that. And yes, women and girls with disabilities are doubly disadvantaged when it comes to opportunities and the ability to be able to be productive. And I think tech is one way to bridge that gap. All right, I will turn the conversation over to Afyon so that she can ask the second question.
All right, Chika. It was wonderful listening to you. From what you have said, that's the tagline: inclusion is a myth, especially in the environment we find ourselves, and that is very true. So I'd like to say thank you for what you're doing to help, ensure that more women with disabilities have as much of an inclusion experience as possible, and they're able to integrate. So the question I'm going to ask now goes to Amarachi and Precious. So first I'll start with Precious, and then Amarachi will go. So what triggered your interest, Precious? What triggered your interest in tech? What made you interested in, going into IT, learning information technology?
I like coding because I am able. In other words, I have the advantage in order to build games and help others.
Okay, that's lovely. So do you love playing video games?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's your favorite video game?
Cooking Fever.
What?
Cooking Fever.
Ooh, somebody's hot in the kitchen. It was lovely talking to you, Precious. Now over to you, Amarachi. Cybersecurity. Oh my God, I'm shaking just saying it. Don't come and investigate also. So what made you interested in going into tech, and specifically that particular area? Why did you choose it?
As a person living with albinism, I would say it's a bit difficult to get a job in this part of the country. So with cyber security, I can be able to make my own income and possibly employ people anytime.
Okay. Do you know how to hack? I had to ask. My curiosity will not let me rest. Can you hack? All right, Frankie, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I feel he's going to come back and speak to you a bit more, but I think I want to turn the conversation to Miss Chika with respect to how we even met in the first place. So we've always said that if you have a thing you're doing, if you're a person with disability or you identify with the disability community, especially women and girls, with disabilities and you want your voice to be heard or what you do to be done, you reach out. And she did that. And she did that on the premise of International Day of Girls with ICT. And for those who do not know, the International Day of Girls with ICT, in ICT, that's Information Communications Technology, takes place every 25th April of every year since 2014. And the focus of that International Day, as is with most international days, is to create awareness on the need for more girls and women to be a part of information and communications technology. So, of course, being a tech or initiative, they rode on it, and that's how we actually began to have a conversation. So this year's theme of Girls in ICT Day celebration is focused on leadership to underscore the critical need for strong female role models in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, that's STEM careers. And I think it is an important and a core part of life where persons with disabilities, especially young girls and women, can really dive into and thrive. So Chika, the question I'm asking is, International Girls in ICT Day, tell us about how KODE-E ensured that young girls with disabilities marked it or participated. Because again, we've seen that when it comes to initiatives or things that are directed at women, a lot of times we forget women with disabilities. When it's directed at girls, they forget girls with disabilities, forgetting that we are girls first, we're women first before anything. So tell us how KODE-E marked it and ensured that young girls with disabilities marked it or participated. Go ahead, Chika.
Okay, like you said, when it comes to anything that has to do with any commemoration, that has to do with women or girls, people tend to forget women and girls living or with disabilities, and that's why we decided to mark that day. We had an event which occurred in the University of Jos, and we had a whole lot of other parts of our teams. We have girls with all forms of disabilities come together to celebrate that day, to encourage each other, to let us know that we're not alone, because obviously with a disability and as a woman, your challenges are double. You actually have to work twice as hard, you have to strive twice as hard to be able to get where your peers are. And though tech is leveling the playing field, a whole lot. So that day was really, really important, because a lot of people still don't believe that girls and women with disabilities can actually do anything in tech. Somebody called me up and told me, oh, my daughter has glaucoma and she has gone blind. Oh, are you sure this thing is possible? And that was 6 months ago. And today she is coding in Forum. Forum is a programming language that is specifically for people that have visual impairments. So you see that day was really important, and we had to mark it because everybody was marking it for girls and women, and everybody forgot about girls and women with disabilities.
Amazing. And once again, I applaud your taking on that space, because it gives a lot of young girls with disabilities the advantage to find relevance. And I mean, we are in the digital world, so what better time than now to introduce them young, to show the possibilities, as it were. And I'm glad that you pointed out that state of disbelief that comes in the disability space, especially the family or people that are being protective. There's a tendency for them to not know or think that you can't, just because there's a disability. And you pushing through and showing that it is possible, especially in the tech space, is applaudable. And we're using this opportunity to speak to parents and caregivers of children or young girls with disabilities. First of all, coding is not for boys. Tech is not for boys. So let's just throw that out of the window, put it in the trash. incinerate it. So ICT is voice. It's for everyone, especially in fact for anyone. In fact, it doesn't even have any regard for age, really. People are really actually surprised at how tech savvy I am, and they're like, I feel like it's interests. So first of all, parents and caregivers of children with disabilities, this is a space that you want to engage them, and they're never too young to start. I've seen 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-olds good. So they're never too young to start, so you don't need to keep it for too long. And Chika is here, KODE-E. It doesn't matter where you are, you can reach out and we're going to be able to, through her, refer you to even different spaces where you are to engage your child. Now, please hear me well. I am not saying that you should take your child out of school. So now come out to now do only KODE-E. No, the child has a right to education, but at the same time, every girl has a right to access to the use of digital tools and to be safe. Whether she is an end user or a producer, for example, where Precious enjoyed games and now she's on the other side where she is now actually being part of the production of gaming and vice versa, where we talk about protection of the girl child, you know, when it comes to cyber insecurity. And then we have someone like Amarachi who is on the other end now learning cyber security, where she understands the disadvantages that a lot of young girls with disabilities, and she's going to bring it into that space. So we're saying to caregivers and parents that please do not limit your child. Don't limit your child. See, disability is not so much a disadvantage as you think. Rather, begin to see the possibilities therein. And these ladies are an evidence to that. So, because I like talk, let me stop. Afyon, over to you.
All right. And I just want to say thank you to the man in the background who is supporting the women. You're doing a good job. Thank you very much. Okay. So, our cyber chef, Precious. Hey, our cyber chef, the one who is cooking up a storm online. Okay, so tell me, what kind of fun have you been having, and how has, being involved in learning about technology, how has it helped you?
Coding has helped me in a lot of ways. For example, coding has helped me with my studies. Now, most things I do is mainly on coding. It helps me my other studies, maths, English, any other one.
Okay, so it has helped you understand some of the subjects you have in school better, some of the subjects you do in school.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so is there any fun parts, or is it just about school? Yeah. What's the fun part? Apart from cooking, what's the fun part? What other fun things have you been doing?
Other fun things, I experiment.
Ooh, you blow things up.
No.
I just had to ask, don't mind. When you say experiment, I imagine a mad scientist with things blowing up and a lot of smoke. So, which kind of experiment?
I've watched way too many cartoons. Yup.
Don't mind me, too many cartoons. All right, well done. Our cyber security, Madam Amarachi King.
Before you jump to Amarachi, I just want to say to Precious, well done, because in you doing learning, gaming development, as your track in the Tech Trailblazers initiative, one thing I know for certain, and you mentioned, is apart from it improving your other school subject, I'm sure it has helped you to focus a bit, especially with the type of disability, ADHD. I'm sure it's something that is helping you to be a bit more focused, and then to be able to, with development, coding of any sort, and dyslexia, I can imagine how it is to be able to see and ensure that they are arranged in sequence. So I'm so certain that with the disability you have, that it's actually improving your focus and your concentration. So I want to encourage you to continue. It is actually an advantage, and it would help you to not just improve your studies, but all-round ability to focus, concentrate, and stay with something from start to finish. All right, Afyon, back to you.
and also not to mention the confidence boost it gives you, knowing that I'm able to produce something, I'm able to do something. So well done. All right, Amara Ching Ching. So going on to cybersecurity, what have been the benefits? What has been the benefits of, working towards a career in tech? What are the benefits you have gotten?
It's okay. For women or girls living with disabilities.
No, I mean for you personally, what has it done for you? How has it, what are the things that it has done for you? How has it helped you as a person?
Well, through cybersecurity, I've been able to earn money. That's the main important. It has given me a source of income. Yes.
Okay.
It has helped me with my confidence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Amarachi, your confidence has been boosted. I'm sure just knowing that, I'm capable of doing this, gives you that confidence boost. And then being able to earn money on your own, something that probably would not have been possible otherwise, especially in the environment we find ourselves in. I'm really proud of you, and I'm sure that, in time you will be able to not just be proficient enough to teach other people, so that, you can also help transfer that knowledge so that more people will realize, the problem with persons in the disability community is often that they are unaware of their capabilities. So many, because from the time they were born, or for those who came into disability, along life's journey, most times people tend to, immediately that happens, people discredit you. It doesn't matter what you were before, they just automatically assume that disability confers a somewhat uselessness. So they don't see you as somebody that can be productive. So exactly. I believe that, having, knowing that I too can contribute to society is something worth celebrating. And I celebrate you, I celebrate Precious. You are gems in the disability community. And I know that there are many people who watch this video and will know that, wow, I'm proud of you girls. Well done.
So we're wrapping up, and great conversation so far. So in doing this, I just want to give Chika like 2 minutes to talk about KODE-E, and especially the Tech Trailblazers initiative. And you can also tell people how they can reach you if they're interested in tech space, especially for young girls with disabilities. So Chika, I'm giving you the opportunity to do that. Please go ahead.
Okay, now the tech space is very large, and it is able to accommodate everybody. And when I mean everybody, I mean everybody, whether you're into entrepreneurship, whether you're into painting, whether you're into writing books, whether you're the social butterfly that despite your disability, you shine in front of a camera. The tech space has a niche specifically for you. Now, what KODE-E does is that we marry you with your disability and the tech space. And then we facilitate that relationship, and we nurture it to grow to something more. Because the main goal is that we want people with disabilities to be less dependent. We want them independent. We want them to be contributing members of society without the discrimination, without the bias. Imagine I worked for a while with a federal government parastatal that shall not be named. And the minute they discovered that I had macular degeneration, which means I cannot see without my glasses. That's the aim. We are doing this so that people with disabilities can have an opportunity to thrive, and not just to thrive, but also to succeed. So the Tech Trailblazers initiative is just one of our initiatives, but the Tech Trailblazers initiative is only and strictly for women and girls with disabilities. We have the Train the Boss initiative, which is for generally young children, it's for children and young adults living with disabilities, where we train them in everything tech. We have the Educators Initiative, which is basically for volunteers, teachers, and people that want to be involved in training or teaching special needs children and people with disabilities. And we know that tech goes a very, very, very long way. So there are a lot of initiatives that we are running to make it possible to be able to accommodate everyone into our space. And if you want to make inquiries about how to go about it, how to get into tech, or you want to make inquiries of a hub close to you, you could reach us via WhatsApp on 070-361-78675, or you could reach out to us in the University of Jos, Professor Elemuko's office, Special Education Department. Or better still, you could email us at KODE.teamtitans@gmail.com. And yes, the Team Titans project is our main flagship project, which is three-phased. It is book savvy, tech savvy, and biz savvy, because we believe that with an education and with tech, you would go a long way when it comes to making money. Because yes, we like making money.
Oh, please, please, oh, yes.
So thank you, Chika, for telling us a lot about KODE-E and the different initiatives that you run therein. If you want to reach out to them, you can do so on the number 070-361-78675 and visit the University of Jos Special Education Department, or you can write them, and showing all this information is scrolling on the screen so that you can better view. For those who can view, for those who can't, you can hear my voice. And the email is KODE.teamtitans@gmail.com. All right, so we've come to the end of this episode of Bold TV, powered by Bold Hearts Initiative, where we have great conversations around disability and its related issues. And this episode's topic focused on young ladies with disabilities in tech, featuring KODE-E. I think it's been an exciting one. We've learned a lot. So what I'm going to do is do a round, and in 2 seconds, you will just tell us anything that you want to say, a message that you may have. Either your message is going to other young ladies with disabilities or parents or government, anyone. So you have 2 seconds to just drop a relevant message.
Okay, for ladies and girls with disability, I want to say be strong, be confident. Come and join our tech group. Come and join our tech group. Make money, be confident. Don't let anybody look down on you. Don't let any man treat you anyhow because you have a disability. There is an ability in your disability. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. She said confidence almost times infinity. So you can tell that she entering into the tech space has boosted her confidence, has not allowed her to define her life by disability, and has enabled her to be an income generator and earner. All right. Thank you, Amarachi.
I would like to let other girls with dyslexia, let them know that with tech they can be anything they want to be, and they should never give up on their dreams.
Amazing. Never give up on your dreams. And other young girls with dyslexia or any other learning disability, you can see from Precious that learning is possible. And the tech space is one place you can express, and you can even have impact in other parts of your study life. And just remind that Precious is a JSS2 student. So well done, Precious, and thank you for that contribution. And last but not the least, let's turn the camera over to Chika to give her resounding last message on this episode of Bold TV. Chika, action.
Okay, I want to speak to parents and guardians of people with disabilities. Please do not set us back. We are not useless. We are not worthless. We are not a curse, and we can be anything that we want to be. We can rule the world, and we will rule the world, because living with a disability isn't a death sentence. It's just a hurdle that we can always cross. Thank you.
All right. Hurdles can be crossed. Obstacles can be removed. In fact, they can be demolished and detonated and completely removed from the way. Or the thing that you would do that will not be good is to stop in your tracks and allow yourself to be frozen in time with fear and not be able to move forward. Chika, thank you for also speaking to caregivers and parents, especially for minors with disabilities between the ages of 0 to 17 who need parental consent to be able to do anything. Please do not hold your child back. Disability may look like a disadvantage, but it isn't, especially when you fan the positives, especially when you promote the possibilities. And yes, having a disability is not a death sentence, because as long as you have breath, you have hope. As long as you're among the living, you have purpose, and you can find and achieve it. Afio, your last comments. Go ahead, please.
Well, in light of all that we have heard today, I must say that I am truly impressed, because, ignorance is no excuse. And as we have said, recently I just had this realization: disability is not an obstacle to success. It's just an opportunity to do things different. It's an opportunity for you to try a different way. If you walk on the road and you come against, kick your foot against a stone, does that mean you turn back and find another way? No, you find your way around the stone and keep going if that's the path you must take. So disability is like that stone in the path. You find your way around it and you learn to do things differently. It doesn't stop you from becoming anything you want to be. It just means you might have to take a detour to get to your destination. So please, don't hold yourself back. Don't sell yourself short. You deserve to be the best that you can be.
Thank you very much, Afyong. And jumping on that same thought, I'm going to make my last comments to come back to the young ladies who are our guests in today's episode. This is what I want to say to you. When you put your hand to do a thing, does not necessarily mean that it will become easy, or that it will be handed to you because you showed the attempt to try. If you put your hand to do something like you have in the tech space, and you empower, or you are faced with any form of difficulty, I need you not to give up. I need you to understand that you are an example to so many people, and your courage encourages other people. Your successes gives people like inspiration to also try their best. So if you are doing a thing and along the line you find any difficulty, I don't want you to give up. I want you to become a very resilient person, a person that doesn't take no, or doesn't just, at the slightest inclination of difficulty, raises their hands and throws in the towel. You are stronger than you know. Take it from me. You are powerful, more powerful than you have given yourself credit for. And you have a lot of value that you can bring to your family and to society. And I need you to take this message also back to your peers. They don't need to wait. There is no waiting game. The trick that people use is, just wait. And then before you know it, you are an elder with disability. So speak to your friends, encourage them to start now if they are interested. And you have a great mentor there, Chika. So you are a voice. Your peers will listen to you. Tell them, start now. Don't wait to come and join me and make money. So thank you very much for being on this episode. And thank you, Chika, for what you're doing in JOS. If you ever need us to spread it, if you ever need us to help you to spread it where we currently are, we are available to do that for you as well. Because I believe that in the disability space, partnerships and collaboration help us to do things faster and bigger. And so that brings us to the end of this episode of KODE TV. It's been amazing having and featuring KODE-E on this particular episode, having with us Chika, the founder, Precious, and Amarachi, who are both part of the Tech Trailblazers initiative. And joining me, of course, on this episode is none other than the delectable Affiong Etim, a co-host on Bold TV. So I'm Freki Andy, and I've been your host for this particular episode. Remember to check out this episode and other past episodes of Bold TV on our YouTube channel, and that's www.youtube.com/@BoldTV_BoldHeart. You can also see them on Facebook at www.facebook.com/BoldHeartNetwork. BOLD stands for Beautiful Outstanding Ladies with Disabilities, and this program is powered by Bold Hearts Initiative. So until we come your way, same time, which is next Saturday by 10:30 a.m., be good to yourself, do not sell yourself short, and be inspired. So ladies, I know you're muted already. Just help me and tell the audiences bye.
Bye.
This is Bold TV.